Brand new Codex Adeptus Mechanicus take on the Necrons in a Warhammer 40,000 9th edition battle report. Welcome back to Warzone Morloc 40k, the home of fun, themey Warhammer 40,000 battle reports. I am back in the house with Posh Nick. Welcome back, Posh Nick.
Thank you very much. Nice to be back finally.
Yeah. Patrick is with us in spirit, if not in body. He wishes everybody well. And also Henry Cavill, naturally. Henry we trust. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. What's the first thing we can do with the new social distancing conditions?
Well, I've finally been allowed back around your house and we're allowed to take our masks off.
We're going to take the masks off.
We're hopefully going to have our own individualistic style.
Oh, nice! Hey?
It's bound to happen, wasn't it?
Did you grow that during lockdown?
I always had this.
All right, I grew mine during lockdown. It's thick and lush, like the rest of my hair.
It's a style we're both going for.
Yeah. If I could grow it on top, I would have a thick, lush hair like that. Glossy, thick mane.
Losing Patrick has been a real problem, actually. In that sense.
You'll have to settle for the average handsomeness level has gone down dramatically.
We're far more follically challenged
since
at this
Patrick
stage.
Indeed.
Yeah.
What game are we playing today, Nick? Who's playing?
Today we're going to be playing with the new Adeptus Mechanicus from their lovely new Codex versus the Necrons. That's what we're going to do, and the game today is going to be from the open war deck. We're going to have a nice easy game. It's going to be, we've already drawn the cards. The deployment zones we'll show you in just a moment, but the objective is going to be storm their lines. Very, very simple. 3 objectives in each deployment zone, 3 in mine, 3 in Bill's. The objectives in my deployment zone will be worth 1. The objectives in Bill's will be 2 for me, and obviously vice versa.
It's simple. It's so simple. We've got 3 objectives in each deployment zone. Your own are worth 1. Your enemies are worth 2. There's no secondaries. We're not messing around. We just want to see what the cool new units can do from the Codex. And I'm going to be using Nick's Necrons because they are based with new bases from a friend of Nick's.
They are indeed from Mr. James March at marchofwar.co.uk. We'll be showcasing his work both today and with the new Imperial Fist army I'm working on if anyone follows us on Facebook. So I'll showcase those bases in just a moment when we show off the armies, but thank you very much to James March for those. And just to say as well, so we've got that objective, we've also got the one little twist rule as well, which we've pulled our little twist card.
As per the open war deck, you draw a twist.
We do.
What is that twist?
That twist is champion. So it basically means that for each of us chooses 1 character model, and that model's strength and toughness get increased by 1, and their attack and wounds get increased by 2. So we're going to have some very exciting character models battling out today on the board.
There's going to be a beefy boy getting up front and personal. Thank you to everyone who's joined us so far on the subscription side. Remember to join us on Patreon if you want to stick a pound in a jar, and join us on the Brain Trust, which is our exclusive Facebook group for showcasing your models and ours, and we offer suggestions and take suggestions for future games.
And you can also be really critical as well. We love that.
Remember to visit Triple Helix War Games. What is it called?
Triple Helix War Games.
Triple Helix War Games for discount. Up to 20% off on all Games Workshop products and more. It's a fantastic store with fantastic customer service. There is a physical store somewhere in the West, but whatever. But the online element is fantastic and they will sort you out. Special mention goes to our friend in Iowa, in the USA, Mallory, who was the first person to throw up the Warzone Morloc sign, which goes a little bit like this. Warzone Morloc. And according to a family member, she spat her drink out laughing when I played the video for my poor dice rolling. Expect to see more of that today.
No one's ever laughed at our videos before, so that was actually really nice.
The first person to laugh, she gets a shout out. So thank you very much, Mallory, for your charitable smirk at my misfortune. ADMECH versus Necrons. 1,750 points.
Yes.
Let's do it. This is my 1,750 points of Necrons using Nick's Necrons. Wonderful paint job on them. Where are the bases from?
The bases, once again, are from www.marchofwar.co.uk. These are the Fallen Egypt range, I think, which work very nicely with the Necrons. So thank you very much for those. I've got a new set I'm working on at the moment with this Urban Rubble as well.
Excellent. Okay, so we have HQs. I have a Scorpec Lord, which you don't see a lot of these days. I'm going to test him out and see how he gets involved. I am going to be using the Chronomancer and the Lord with a Resurrection Orb. I have 2 lots of 20 Necron Warriors, one with the Reapers, one with the Flayers. I have 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers with the, I can't remember what it's called.
Gauss Destructors, I want to say?
Destructors, yeah, the ones that's going to punch holes and stuff, hopefully. I have a Doomstalker.
Yes, indeed.
God, I haven't got one of those of my own, and I have a Reanimator, which no doubt will die turn 1.
The least popular unit of the game for
everyone's got one because everyone's got the box. We have 3 Tomb Blades, which might be able to zip around this densely packed terrain board today. I have 8 Immortals with the Gauze weapons.
Gauze blasters.
2 lots of 3 Scarab bases, and a Doom Sign, which I think is quite a tasty little number there. Let's see what happens with that.
This is the Adeptus Mechanicus today, coming from, I'm trying out Lucius Forge World, which I haven't given a go of before. So just so you're aware, their Forge World trait is that they get to add 1 to their armour save against damage 1 weapons, and their weapons are all extended by 3-inch range, which is very nice. So today we have a Tech Priest Dominus leading us. He's got an Eradication Ray. He's the Warlord with the trait Luminescent Blessing, and he has the relic of the Solar Flare. He's got flanked by 2 Engine Seers. They're both just as they come, except one of them has got the Warlord trait Necromechanic. That's the one over here.
The cool one with the axe.
The one with the more funky axe, which means he can do a bit more repairing on vehicles.
Sure.
For troops, we've got 3 Cataphron Destroyers over to the right there with Plasma Culverins. And
Cannot believe they're a troops choice, man.
They're good, except they've been a bit played around with by the book, but they're still very good troop choices. And they've got Phosphor Blasters as their arms. Other troop choices, we've got 2 units of 5 Rangers, each with a Transuranic Arquebus, and one of the Alphas has got an Arc Maul there. And trying out now, you can have a unit of 20 Vanguard over on the other side there. There are now new limitations on how many special weapons you can have, so amongst that whole lot, there are just 2 Plasma Calibers. That's the entirety of that unit. For elites, we've got a unit of 5 Sicarian Infiltrators, who are the little assassins over on the left there. And speaking of assassins, we've got Vincennes the Vindicator on the far right, who's being modelled on one of the nice new urban rubble bases that I've got. And he's there just to provide a little bit of long-range pleasantry for you. Fast attack, we've got 1 Iron Strider Ballistari with a twin Cognis Las Cannon. And we've got 2 Sidonian Dragoons with their Taser Lancers, so the Robo Chickens are back in action. I want to see what they do in this game. Heavy Sport, we've got 2 Onaga Dune Crawlers, one with a Neutron Laser and a Heavy Stubber, and one of them with the what used to be an Icarus Array, but is now a whole bunch of different weapons, but basically it's the same thing. And finally, I couldn't bring the AdMech without bringing the old Lord of War back there, the Imperial Knight Paladin from House Tyrannus. So he's got a Thunderstrike Gauntlet, Ironstorm Missile Pod, and he's got the Tyrannus trait, which means any wounds he loses on a 6, the wound isn't lost. That is 1,750 points of AdMech goodness.
We are deployed. This is the map. And as you can see here, I've taken the left-hand corner, and Nick has taken the AdMech corner over here. The objectives are placed thusly. 1, 2, and where's the 3rd? Tucked in the building in there. I've gone for a similar format over on this side, so we've got 1, 2 in the bushes where I tend to hang out, and number 3 in the deep corner. Your own are worth 1, your enemies are worth 2 at the end of your turn. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. So, what have we done today, Nick?
We've set up, thusly, as you can see, we've got all the Rangers skittered around at the back here. We've got the Vanguard sitting at the very back here in a nice big group, all facing each other because no one's really sure what's happening. The 2 Ranger groups are set up on different levels of this building here, both to cover the objective and to cover your Necrons, frankly. Lots of armoured support all the way wrapped around this building. And finally, I've got the Sicarian Infiltrators up there, because that building's got lovely high walls that you can't yet see me through, which I'm very happy with.
Yeah.
And Vincennes the Vindicator is over here, chuffed his ending because he's got a great line of sight on most of your army.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that at the moment.
We'll see.
And on my side, we've got Warrior Blob, Tomb Blades in the building, Scarabs holding the objective there, the Locust Heavy Destroyers, supported by the Scorpec Lord. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, why did I take the Scorpec Lord? I'll tell you why, because it's cool and because that's what we had painted at the time. I've never used it. It can still buff the Locust Heavy Destroyers in terms of the rerolls, And as he is my champion, as per the twist, he might be quite beefy in the backfield.
Yes, indeed.
My Warlord today is going to be the Overlord, as we've seen, with his War Scythe and Orb. I've got my Chronomancer here with the Veil of Darkness and a Warrior Blob of Reapers here. In the bushes are 8 Immortals holding the objective in net.
We've each got one thing in strategic reserves.
Oh,
You've
indeed.
taken
Sorry,
your
yes.
Doom Scythe in strategic reserve, and I've got my 2 Robo Chickens in strategic reserve. I also have a Warlord trait I took for my Skitarii Alpha. For those who know the new AdMech Codex, that's programmed retreat, so he can basically get them to back away and fire from combat.
Nice. Dice rolling to see who goes first. It's a strong 3. Oh, loud.
Ah.
So it's going to be the AdMech to go first. Are you going to declare anything pre-game?
Yeah, so at the start of the battle round, I have to declare if I'm doing a Canticle of the Omnissiah and a Doctrina Imperative. Doctrinas affect all Skitarii stuff, Canticles, everyone else. So I'm not doing any Doctrinas. You can choose which one you want to do, but any one you do bring in, it has a good effect and a bad effect, and none of them are going to be of any benefit to me at this point right now, so I'm happy to hold off on them. I've got plans for them. My Canticle I'll be using for everything else is Shroud Psalm. Very simple, it means -1 to hit, and giving light cover essentially to the things that are not Skitarii. That's all it's going to be. So very quickly in the command phase I'll go straight into. So my Warlord trait is Luminescent Blessing. He basically, my Dominus can give anyone essentially transhuman physiology for a whole phase. So he's going to give it it has to be a core unit. For the time being, I'll just give it to my Vanguard, although it's not going to make a huge amount of difference at the moment. My 2 Engine Seers are each going to awaken the machine. That means they give +1 to hit to a machine near them. In this case, they can't do it to the Cataphren Destroyers, so they'll each do it to the Onager Dune Crawlers.
That's quite a powerful thing, isn't it?
It's a very useful little thing.
I wish Necrons had something like that, but we came out first.
Damn, don't be like that. And I can give the broad spectrum data tethers from the Dune Crawlers. However, nothing's very important is actually in range of them right now. Just so everyone's aware, we know with cover at the start, so any of the obscuring terrain on here are the 4 main buildings.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 in its entirety, and 4. As well as the central tower of this. But we're not including that part because it just blocks the whole board, and it was a little bit too much last time.
And they'll all count as ruins, and everything else, the other features are woodland. So essentially you've got only 2 types of terrain on the whole board, just so everyone understands what we're doing. Alright. So on that basis, my Lord of War has very bravely walked behind the giant tower to keep himself safe from that Doomstalker.
You ain't afraid no crons.
The Onager Dune Crawler and the Cataphrons have all moved up to be able to take pot shots. Hopefully the Onager at the Reanimator and the Cataphrons at your...
That would be unlike the Reanimator to die instantly.
Everyone hates it.
Yeah.
At least it got a point drop. The Sicarian infiltrators down in front of you have all punched out because this is the kind of game we play. Who needs tactics?
Yeah.
Let's just get in there.
Let's just see stuff explode.
The las cannons of this dude are holding back here. He's holding the objective as well as the Dominus and this group of Vanguard. So he's got the Dominus has got the Solar Flare relic, which means essentially like the Veil of Darkness for the Necrons. He can pick up someone and teleport them, which is very useful. And otherwise people have pretty much stayed still. So we're going to go straight onto the shooting phase from there.
First up to shoot is going to be the Dune Crawler into the Reanimator.
And its heavy stub is going to go into the Necron Warriors directly in front of it.
So having crabbed sideways.
Having done some
awesome mechanical legs. Crab people, crab people, half crab, half people.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
South Park reference, don't worry about it.
Oh, I haven't seen that in so long. 4 shots from the heavy stubber into the Necrons, and it's +1 because of the Awaken the Machine, which the engine seers have done. So 2 pluses to hit. 1 miss, 3 hits, strength 4, toughness 4, so 4's to wound. Just the 1 wound, and
have I gotten away with it?
You may have gotten away with it.
Rolling to save the warrior. He's saved.
Ah, a good start.
Yeah, I reckon this game's going to be all right. Now comes the big guns, shooting at the Canoptic Reanimator.
Yes, indeed.
The most passive model in the game, other than the crab that came out. And don't make me sing the crab song again.
It's all about the crab.
Yeah.
Heavy D3 shots. 3 shots.
Of course,
we want to see. Yes, we want to see.
1, 2, 3 all together now.
Oh, loud! Oh, loud! 2 plus to hit. Oh, 1 miss.
Yeah.
And it's strength 12. So I'm going to guess
this measly toughness 5 unit is about to get turned into little pieces of ash and cinder.
2 plus to wound. How many wounds it got?
6 wounds.
6 wounds. I can't bring myself to re-roll that. That's so annoying. I don't need that one right now. It's -4 armor save, so I don't think you get an armor save.
I do not.
And the wound is D3 plus 3, so I need a 5 or a 6 to finish it off, because I'd love to watch it explode. Oh, no. 1 wound left. I'm not going to waste a command point around. I can't bring myself to waste a command point and reanimate.
Does that make you sick in your own mouth?
Down to 1 wound. Cataphrone destroyers are going to fire next. Their phosphor blast out of range, but they're going to fire their plasma culverins, the only thing I can see, which is the normal Necron dudes down here with the Gauss
warriors?
Flayers, I believe. Yes, that's right. So it's each shot one is heavy D6. And they don't get a penalty for moving. So heavy D6. So 3 D6 number, 3d6 number of shots. 10 shots, which is not bad. And they are only a 4+ to hit. And I'm not supercharging them, so I won't worry about rolling ones. Well, that is. Hey,
Admech, you suck.
2 hits out of all that lot. Strength 7, so 3+ to wound. And only
is that 1 save?
1 single save. It's a plasma cannon, so it's -3, so you get no armor save. Do you have any? You don't have invulnerables on the normal guys, do you?
No, so that'll be 1 dead.
But you can immediately do a
Immediately
reanimation.
reanimates. Negative reroll 1s for warriors.
Oh.
No, he's down.
I finally killed something.
These guys are going to fire apparently what's called a fuchette pistol. Make sure you pronounce that correctly, kids.
Flechette blasters.
Yeah. Do you know what? Your fuchette.
Your rolling's fuchette. It's 25 shots between 5 pistols, 3 pluses to hit, no strength 3.
Roll it.
Stop laughing.
Roll it.
3 pluses to hit.
Fuchette.
Why shut up? Why is there so many 2s and 1s?
Hey, your dice rolling is fuchette pistol.
Do you know what the problem is? I'm using your dice. I should have known.
Yeah, those ones are cursed.
Great, thanks for lending.
Because they're the ones I use against Patrick a lot.
Thanks for lend. Who's Patrick?
Thanks, Treacherous Patrick.
Treacherous Patrick.
More on Patrick's whereabouts later.
It's strength 3 only, so 5s to wound. And a stunning 3 wounds amongst that.
I'm not even scared of that. 3 4-ups coming up. Oh, only 1 fails. Does he instantly reanimate?
No.
Negative.
Another one dead.
Another one bites
slowly but surely.
Next up to shoot up in the crow's nest.
Yes, indeed. The galvanic rifles of the Rangers are out of range. However, the transuranic arquebus, I think I've said that right, is in range. And
you're an arquebus.
you're for shit. But he can ignore the lookout sir rule, so he can aim straight for your overlord down the bottom there.
Oh lord!
Oh lord!
Overlord!
3 pluses to hit. Come on, yes, that's what you want to see. Hit. It's strength 7, so 3+ to wound. It's a wound. That's a wound. It's -2 and D3 damage.
A 4+ invulnerable save required. It's a 6. A Warzone Morloc. Next up to shoot is going to be the turkey with the guns.
2 las cannons at the warriors. Nothing exciting. 3 pluses to hit. 2 hits. Strength 9. 2+ to wound. 2 wounds. And it will be.
It's AP lots, so it'll be straight to my reanimation.
Don't be like that.
1 reanimates, 1 fails, so 1 dies.
Another one plinked off.
Of course, we've forgotten Protocol of the Eternal Guardian for the 3 warriors that have been lost. So, would I have got a cover save, a light cover save against the las cannon?
Against the las cannon and the plasma culverins, you would have done. We're not worried about the flechette blaster because of what you rolled already. But these ones, if you got 2 dice, if you roll 6s, your warriors come back.
No.
Oh, okay.
All is well. Comment section. Calm yourself. Next up to fire is going to be the Dune Crawler.
It's
next to Nick's groin.
Sadly, yes. If you look just about that angle, sadly, it's just about. It couldn't get itself tucked in cover enough to be away from the Doomstalker, so I might as well fire the Doomstalker first before it fires at me.
Pistols at dawn.
Exactly. So it's got 3 separate weapon types. It's going to fire all of them across all of the Doomstalkers. The first one is the Daedalus missile launcher, heavy one. So it's 2+ to hit because once again he was given the awaken the machine by the engine seer. That's a hit. I'm glad it was a 2+ to hit. That's nice. That's 6. So 3+ to wound. That's a wound. And it's -3. Then Doomstalker has got a 4+ invulnerable save on a Doomstalker.
Very tasty. Is it just the one?
Just the one on this first one. Don't be like that.
That's how I roll.
The Gatling rocket launcher, heavy 5, 2 pluses to hit.
Oh dear. Oh dear. You can't see me.
I'm going to burn these dice, and they're your dice. Strength 6, 4 pluses to wound, 2 wounds, and it's -2, so you've still got 4 plus invulnerable.
One's gone through.
And it's just 1 wound, so it's 1 wound down, so that Doomstalker rather is down to 11 wounds. Wow, it's got a lot of wounds. And Twin Icarus autocannon as well. It is 2 pluses to hit, so 3 pluses to wound. This is not going the way I intended.
No, another just 1, is it?
-1 for that, so it'll still be a 4 plus invulnerable.
That's gone off. I'm going to roll another one. Let's try and capture the Majesty. That's a 1.
And that's 2 damage from an autocannon now, so that's 3 wounds off
down
him,
to
so
9.
Down to 9 wounds.
Okay, the Knight is going to get involved in the game.
He is. So
Turn 1.
So he's going to fire his battle cannon and his heavy stubber into the warriors down there. However, he's going to fire his Iron Hail missile or Iron Storm missile pod. It doesn't have to be aimed at anything that he can actually see. He's going to put it into the Immortals over in the tree line. Because they're damaged 2 weapons. So I just think obviously they got damage.
Well,
I think they got 2
they are
wounds
within
each,
the terrain piece, so they will benefit from light cover.
From I think it's dense cover so there'll be -1
exactly what I
to
meant
hit.
to say.
That's cost what you meant to say. So the heavy stubber is heavy 3 shots into the warriors first of all. So 3 plus to hit. 3 hits.
Here we go.
Strength 4, so just 4 plus to wound, and just 1 save of no AP. 1 gone.
1 down.
But you can reanimate, of course.
Reanimate.
And he does.
5,
he does.
He will reanimate
Immediately.
slightly further away.
Oh, all right. I see
charging.
That's how it is it?
Yeah. You got to play a little bit. Got to play a little bit of knowledge. Big cannon.
Big cannon.
Battle cannon.
It gets maximum number of shots because it's firing a unit with more than I can't remember how many models are left, but
I've
lots,
got plenty.
basically. Loads
17 there.
So 3 pluses to hit with 12 shots. That's a bit better. That's 9 hits. It's strength 8, so it's going to be 2 pluses to wound. Oh, solid 9 wounds. -2, so 6 plus saves. Then you
4 6s.
6 saves, and then your reanimation. You've got 1 save, so 8 go down. So that's 8, 5 plus reanimation.
Reanimating.
Oh, that's not bad.
1, 2.
That's 5 reanimates. So only 4 in total go down.
So 4 actually died. 4 came back, and I've moved them this way.
Bio-Titan!
Oh my god! Bio-Titan!
So the Knight's going to fire finally its Iron Storm missile pod over at the Immortals in the tree line. So it's D6 shots, 4 shots, and it's -1 to hit because of dense cover. And there's nothing useful for that. So it's 4 pluses to hit. Just the 1 hit.
Oh, I'm glad we captured the majesty of this shooting.
It is strength 5. I think Immortals are still
toughness 5.
4. Oh, toughness 5. Sorry, toughness 5. So 4 plus to wound. It's a wound.
Oh.
And it's -1. So are they 3?
It'll be a 4 plus, but did you do the minus for the trees?
Yes.
In that case,
It's
no
a
one
fail.
died. Next up is going to be Vinny.
Vinny the Vindicare.
Vinny the Vindicare.
Well, actually, he's Vincennes, actually. He's got an Italian streak in him.
Vincennes.
Vincennes. He's aiming at the Scorpec Destroyer Lord just because that's about the only infantry model that's worth shooting at that he can actually see.
Yeah.
So, and just because he's your champion, I feel like it's appropriate. It's what he should be here to take out.
So my champion is buffed slightly in that he's got 1 extra toughness and he's got 2 extra wounds.
Yeah, which puts
because of the champion twist of the open war game.
Which gives him 8 wounds, which is monstrous.
And
actually.
toughness.
And toughness 7.
Toughness 7.
So
he's a beefcake.
He is. So it's 2 plus to hit. That's a good boy.
That was
Vincennes.
lucky.
Well done, Vincennes. And it's on infantry models. It's always a 2 plus to wound, so he will still be a 2 plus to wound despite his increased toughness. It is a wound. -3. An invulnerable saving throw cannot be made with this weapon.
So it completely negates my 4 plus.
You've got a 3 plus save. So you've actually got a 6 plus armor save.
Okay, just the 1.
Just the 1. That's through. So it's D3 wounds, but then on top of that, he can then take more wounds off. So it is a strong 1 wound. Which takes him down to 7 wounds, but he's got his headshot rule. So I now roll a dice. On a 3 plus, you get a mortal wound. If that goes through, I then roll another dice. On a 4 plus, you get another mortal wound because he's basically trying to take his head off.
Yeah.
So on a 3 plus, it's a mortal wound. It's a mortal wound.
Uh-oh.
On a 4 plus, it's another mortal wound.
Uh-oh. Oh, come all the hot 6s.
On a 5 plus, it's another mortal wound. No.
Ah.
There's 3 wounds off him, so he's plinked a few wounds off your Destroyer Lord. So that puts him down to 5 wounds after he was buffed up so nicely by the champion thing. So, you know, he's a champion. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
It's probably the only thing
all you've done
going
is
to do.
engage annoyance algorithms into the charge phase. The what are they called?
Sicarian infiltrators, and they're going to now try and get themselves into combat with your Necron warriors.
We're looking at 8 inches. Steady on.
How did you measure it, Bill? You fishetted it.
You're full of shit.
Adds a 4. That's not good enough. So
so the tactical redeployment of the reanimation pays dividends.
It absolutely does. I am definitely going to command point that because I would like them to get
oh la la. Okay.
Which brings me down to 6 command points. So come on, need that 8.
Oh, it's a snake eyes.
Your dice suck, man.
That's the end of the turn. We're looking at 3 points for Nick for holding 3 home objectives.
Yep.
Onto Necrons. Turn 1. Haven't moved a lot. I've moved the warriors along this way to shorten a range to try and get rid of this squad here. The Locust Heavy Destroyers have moved from cover to get a line on the knight across the top of the building there. The Doomstalker has stayed still because by moving it would go into low power mode, and I do want to put some heavy firepower into hopefully maybe the assassin. I've thought about pulling the Veil of Darkness early, but there's nowhere for it to go, nowhere for them to go really, other than there, and they'll just get. I might take the Dune Crawler, but they'll just get stomped by the knight, so I might hold on to that for now. They're staying put in the bushes because it's the best bit of cover they've got really. The Scarabs remain in place, holding my objectives. Where's my third one gone? Oh, it's in the bushes, of course. In the command phase, I used the orb to bring back
2 warriors.
Only 2 warriors. It's a bit of a shame, but it's better than nothing. So they've pulled the trigger on that. They've pushed across with the Lord, and that's where we are. So first unit up to shoot is going to be the Necron warriors here. I'm going to play Relentless Onslaught. So with a rapid fire weapon, any unmodified hits of 6 scores additional hits.
Ooh, nice. How many is that? 1 CP?
That is 1 CP, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just say at this point, I did pay 2 CP for Insane Bravery instead of taking the morale check on these guys because I want them to do this. So rapid firing,
shots.
Using Relentless Onslaught, so any 6s cause automatic extra hits. A lovely handful of confirmed hits, and of course they had My Will Be Done on them, so they were doing even better from the Overlord. And I got a load of 6s, which means I've got a nice healthy handful of wounds to cause. 3s to wound.
Puny Admech.
So a nice healthy handful of wounded dice there. Now, the whole army for the Admech gets
+1 to their armor save against damage 1 weapons. That's part of Lucius's dogma, which is
They're damage 1 weapons.
Those are damage 1 weapons, so a massive coincidence.
So, but the AP would be -1.
So it just puts them back to a 4+ save.
Okay.
So
2 wounds apiece. So we're looking for 10 fails.
This is not what I like. I can see how I've rolled so far. That is 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. Oh, no!
To a dice roll. That's how you roll. Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Cheers, Pat. Everyone. This unit is wiped from play. Next up, I'm going to be shooting the Doomstalker against the Assassin. Now, he gets... I know it sounds a bit daft, but it's the only thing I can fire, really, without it having to move and damaging its strength, and frankly, I want to see something die. Now, an assassin would normally get a 2+.
You would be -2 to hit him because he's on a terrain piece.
Yeah.
However,
I'm going to play Solar Pulse against it because there's a few other things that are going to shoot at it too, and it might help mitigate some of those dice rolls. So,
meaning I don't get the benefit of cover, so he only becomes -1 to hit him rather than -2. We're playing that as.
Indeed. So Doomstalker going in with D6 shots. It's a 3.
It's a strong 3.
That'll do me.
It's 5 pluses to hit.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit rubbish. I could have done with the, is it the Technomancer that buffs their shooting? Either way. Didn't bring one, so whatever.
Oh, that's good shoot. Oh, no, it's not. It would be great if you were 4+ to hit.
Yeah.
But it's only 1. It's 1 hit, but it's still potentially enough to kill him. It's strength 10, so that'd be a 2+ to wound. Can't see that 1. Ah! And
so
it's
wounds.
4+ invulnerable save for me. Now, come on.
You really need to fail this.
Come on, Assassin. Come on.
Hey!
Vincent! What are you doing?
Hey, Vinny. You're going to command point it. You ain't got a lot left.
I ain't got that. I've got... I think I'll try and keep him alive. Let's try and keep him alive. 4 plus. Come on, Vincenz. This is great. Your dice suck.
Get off my plane.
No, don't be rolling a 5 or 6.
D6 wounds. 5 wounds in total. Looking for 5 or a 6. It's a 3.
Strong 3. Okay, he's got 2 wounds remaining.
Necron Immortals are going to be shooting their Gauss blasters up to try and take these last couple of wounds off. The Solar Pulse is still in effect. So we're looking for 4s to hit.
That's good.
Yeah, that'll do.
6 hits. 3 pluses to wound. I think he's toughness 4. I think assassin.
4.
So I've got 4 and it's -2, so I've got my 4 plus invulnerable save and I've got, what, 2 wounds left?
Can it be done?
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, there's a couple of fails. So the assassin is no more, thanks to the Solar Pulse.
Vincent!
Where are you now? All is lost. Okay, next up is going to be the Locust Heavy Destroyers. I've got a choice of targets. I've got either the Omega Dunecrawler or the Knight. I think the Knight is going to come stomping through my dude, so I'm probably going to target the Knight.
Gauss Destructor, heavy 1, 3 pluses to hit.
3 of them, here we go.
Are they firing through the trees or anything, or are they okay?
No, it's...
So line of sight?
Yeah, I've only hit with 1.
Okay.
I'm going to command point 1 of those.
Okay.
For a 2. So
Oh, no.
this is...
finally!
Yeah.
You're rolling!
Yeah, so 1's hit. I'm going to use Techno Oracular Targeting for 1 CP.
Okay.
To auto wound with that 1.
Nice.
Straight away at the Knight.
So and that is -4, which leaves me, obviously there's nothing there, however, I believe all my
You've got a 5 plus invuln save on the Knight?
Yeah. On the Knight, yes, it's a 5 plus invulnerable, and then he's got the House Tyrannus thing, which means any wound, it's for every wound I roll a dice on a 6.
So it's a feel no pain for Knights, because that's what they need.
Exactly.
Okay.
5 plus save? Nope. 3d3 damage.
Wow.
Wow, that is fantastic.
3d3 damage. Not great.
5. So 5 wounds and any 6s. I ignore it. I ignore 2 of them. There you go.
You only take 3 damage.
3 damage. So he's down to 21 wounds.
That's it for the Necrons turn 1. There's nothing else that can fire.
No morale checks for me, I believe.
No, because I wiped that unit there.
And you wipe the assassin.
And I wiped the assassin, which is a relief. I've taken a few wounds off the Knight, not enough to do any serious damage or raspberry in any capacity. My reanimator's been tucked in. That's it. It's going to be, I'll score 3 points for my own objectives. 3 all going into ADMECH turn 2.
The command phase started with me choosing my Canticler and my Doctrina, so this time I did choose a Doctrina imperative. So every Skitarii on the board is now affected by the Bulwark imperative, which means they are now all +1 to their armour save, but they're all -3 movement. Not including charge, just I think it's just the movement phase, I have to double check that. And the Canticler I've chosen is Benediction of the Omnissiah, which only actually affects the Tech Priests and the Cataphron Servitors, but that gives them a 1 reroll to the hit, 1 reroll to wound, 1 reroll to down damage this turn, which is very, very nice.
Tasty.
Be good with his little eradication ray as well in a minute. So I've now used the Solar Flare, which is Lucius's own
Veil of Darkness.
Special Veil of Darkness, basically, to move my boys down here. I'm going to finally get to try out one of the new stratagems, enriched rounds with their radium and carbines, which I'm excited
about. For a bad time.
Here's
I
hoping.
can sense it. Did I pull the orb too quickly? Of course I did.
Here's the hoping.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of shuffled around a little bit. We've stayed on the 3 objectives. Everyone's made sure to move around a little bit to get line of sight, so they've got nice things to target. The Engine Seers have once again put Awaken the Machine on these 2 Onagers, so they're both still 2+ to hit with their weapons. And that's most of it, I think. We're going to go straight into the shoot phase. Let me just double check. Oh, and the Warlord also casts Luminescent Blessing on these guys. So once again, essentially they have the equivalent of transhuman physiology the whole time. They cannot be wounded on anything less than a 4+, no matter how good your weapons are, which is really nice.
Scandal.
So with their +1 to their armour save, up another plus to their armour save with their against damage 1 weapons, and they can't be wounded on less than a 4+. They should be a bit more survivable, hopefully. So everyone's basically shuffled up, and we're going to start taking some pot shots at people now.
First up is going to be the Dunecrawler, shooting against the Tomb Blades.
Fantastic. So first of all, it's going to be the Daedalus Missile Launcher, which is heavy 1 against the Tomb Blades.
Yeah.
So it's 2+ to hit. It's a hit. It is strength 7, so it's a 3+ to wound against toughness 5. That's a fair. That missile launcher's doing me no favours.
No.
So it's going to be the rocket launcher, heavy 5, I think it says. Well, how many? They've got 2 wounds each, so I might as well just crack on with these. So 2 pluses to hit, 4 hits. It's strength 6, so 3 plus to wound again. Only 2 wounds, and they are -2, and it's you get a 4+ save, so 2 6 saves. Nope.
Negative.
So that's 1 dead. Unless we'll do reanimation in a minute, obviously, so that's 1 dead. And then finally the Twin Icarus autocannon, so 4 shots at 2 pluses to hit. That's all hits, which is nice, because these are 2 wound each, these things. 3 pluses to wound. That's good, 3 wounds. So 3 5+ armour saves, and for each fail is dead. Oh, only another 1 dead.
Yeah, so 1 survives.
1 survives. And then you can roll 4 dice for reanimation protocols. That's the last of my shooting from that thing.
Reanimation.
Oh, you got 1 back! Unbelievable! Which dice are we using?
These are weighted ones available at Warzone Morloc 40k. Next up, June Call over here, shooting at
the
Locusts.
Locust heavy destroyers. They does have line of sight.
Neutron laser going in.
2 shots. Now this is a very good weapon against them. It's very, very deadly, and Locust destroyers are kind of a prime target for it. So 2 pluses to hit. That's nice.
Oh, loud.
Strength 12, so it's 2 pluses to wound. That's 2 wounds. It's -4, no armour save, and it's D3 plus 3 wounds. I think they've got 4 wounds each. So I think that's 2 dead, basically, automatically.
Yeah.
Because there's no rolling for that. So unless you can reanimate them, so that's 2 dead Locust destroyers.
8 reanimation dice.
And if you can make...
Need 4.
You need 4 5 pluses, basically. Oh,
we've got 1 back. So
you are rolling something special.
So 1 Locust heavy destroyer is killed, 1 comes back.
And sorry, I should have said and the heavy stubble is being fired just at the destroyers again, as it was last turn. So it's 2 pluses to hit. Sorry, I should do it over towards you. That's okay. 3 hits. It's 4 pluses to wound, 1 wound, and 1 normal armour save, 4+. Dead, but that'll be the last thing from that one, so you can roll reanimation because it's from that first unit. You are unreal. Excellent. That is so no one.
So that was a little bit out of sequence, but the right result.
Yes, basically.
Yeah,
well,
that's all that matters.
For you, it's the right.
Yeah, for you, yeah.
Right. Okay. So next, it's going to be. I have got to try my guys down here. So I'll do my.
Prepare your dice and prepare your anus. Next up to shoot is the Tech Priest Dominus.
He's going to fire his Eradication Ray and his little macro stubber.
His Ray.
His Ray.
Oh. Ray. Egon.
Heavy D3. 2 shots. He's 2+ to hit. That's what we'll see. 2 hits. And the Eradication Ray is strength 6 on its focus, so it's 3+ to wound. Only 1 wound, but it's -3, so you won't get an armor save. And it's 2 damage, but that doesn't matter, does it? It's still only 1 reanimation roll for you, so that's the end of it. Oh no, sorry, actually that's 1. Then he's got his macro stubber as well, so 1 dead for that, and then 5 shots for his little machine pistol thing he carries. Pistol 5, 2 pluses to hit, 5 hits, 4 pluses to wound.
Oh no!
1 wound, 1 normal armor save. Of course it is.
Makes it with us hot 6.
And now just roll the reanimation for that one particular bloke. Let's see how. Yes, of course he's back. Right, so now we're going to try and be a bit more sensible with this. So we've got 2 plasma calibers. They're going to aim past at the Locust heavy destroyers. However, I'm paying 1 CP to use the stratagem enriched rounds. So all these radium carbines, they're all 3-shot, 3-strength weapons. So very weak. However, usually on a 6 to hit, if it's a 6, they automatically wound because they are full of radiation.
Nice.
Enriched rounds makes it a 4+. So on their 3+ to hit, a 2+ with the Dominus, only 4+ to hit, automatically wounding on the Necron Warriors, and it's a lot of shots, 3 shots per model. So we're going to do the plasma calibers quickly first. 4 plasma caliber shots on full power at the Locust Destroyers. So it's 3+ to hit with the Skitari. On a 1 they die, but they can re-roll because of the Dominus. So 3 pluses to hit, all hit.
Oh,
that's
so
nice.
your rolling to hit has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's a shame about the rolling to wound, really. That's been the real letdown for me. And the Plasma Gallivant on full strength is strength 8 and their toughness 5. So it's 3 pluses to wound. All wounds, that's more like it. 4 wounds. And each one is -3, and you've got a 3+ save. So you've got 4 6+ saves.
Coming right up. I
You
made
get one,
three
you get
have
one,
gone through.
but that's 6 damage going through. 3 shots get through, each one's 2 damage. So that's 1 Locust Destroyer dead, and the other one's down to 2 wounds.
Okay.
But you can, I'm not going to fire any more shots at them, so you can do reanimation protocols on that guy there. So, But you would need to roll 4, 5, 6s. But being how you've rolled so far, no,
not to
not
be.
this time.
Worth a go. Here comes the party bus.
This is the sound I love to hear. So radium carbines are 3 shots each, so it's going to be 54 shots in total from these 17 guys. They are going to fire now, and it's going to be doing in two sets of this cup, basically. 2 times this cup. 3 pluses to hit, re-rolling 1s, and any 4 pluses is automatically wounded as well. Don't roll for it.
God. Oh God, look at all the 6s! What is going on?
Fire.
I can't.
Henry! Thank you, Henry.
Why have you forsaken me?
I'll re-roll the 1s anyway for the Dominus. I'll quickly see if there's any more. No. That's right, I'm going to count this off camera.
So believe it or not, the first roll caused 23 wounds. 22 of those, or a significant amount of them, were being the auto wound.
Fantastic. So we're going to roll the next lot now. So these are once again 3 plus to hit, but 4 plus auto wounds.
Other half of the squad.
Yes, this is much more the kind of dice rolling I've become accustomed to. I'm going to re-roll these 1s as well.
Yeah, tell you what, re-roll them.
Just for a laugh.
Why not?
Got nothing else to do. Yeah, that's another one gone through. I'll kind of count these as well.
This squad has just sustained 43 wounds. Shall I bother rolling to save those? Is there an AP attached?
There is no AP attached,
right.
So you might make it.
Back soon, kids. Guess what happened? It was amazing. No, it wasn't. They're all dead. They're all dead.
I'm trying to find.
So yeah. Can you just sweep them off the board, please? Yeah, thanks. Get the old dustpan and brush. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Can't talk to you again. Next up to shoot is going to be Cataphron Destroyers.
The Cataphron Destroyers at the Scorpec Heavy Destroyer, because they don't like the fact that he took their name.
The Locust.
The Locust Heavy Destroyer, sorry. I'm not going to supercharge because he's only on 2 wounds left, and it's 3d6 shots. So
some hot destroyer on destroyer action. That's what you tuned in today to see.
That's what's going to happen. Oh, I mean, no, I want to make sure he goes. Let's just go nuts. I'm going to risk doing the old supercharge to make sure he's dead. Let's do it. 3d6 number of shots. That's what I want to see. That's 14 shots. How loud! 14 4 pluses to hit.
That's not so good.
It's awful.
50-50?
Because I've rolled a lot of 1s.
Yeah.
I've supercharged.
Oh yeah! Oh loud!
But each one's a wound to the Cataphron, and they had 3 wounds each. So I was determined
to get rid of them. Are they blowing yourself up?
Yes,
in
basically.
an act of absolute charity.
One of them has killed himself. One of them's down to 1 wound.
They were half dead anyway.
I'd say they weren't living their good life.
They're glad of the reprieve from their miserable lives.
After shooting with the weapon, so they get to finish their shooting phase first. It's 3 plus to wound.
3 plus the wound. Here we go.
Oh, that's nice.
Tasty.
That's 5 wounds through, -3, so you've got 5 6+ saves. Each one's 2 damage. So unless you get 5 6s, no. So at least this time he's actually gone.
I had a go.
And so no reanimation protocols for that boy.
No, he's gone.
He gone.
He gone.
But then again, so's one of the Cataphrons. Because that's just how they roll.
And there's 1 wounded.
They're on track.
I see what you did there.
Did you get it?
See how they roll?
Oh, mate, I'm good at this.
Hey, Patrick, hey. That's what humour's called. Treacherous Patrick.
Second time lucky for the Transuranic Arquebus up here, aiming at the Overlord. 3 plus to hit.
Hang on. He's down here.
It ain't so lucky.
It ain't so lucky. It's a turkey of a shot.
It's a turkey.
It didn't come off this time. Get back up in your tower, you idiot. The big knight getting stuck in. He hasn't got a lot of targets left. One of which is the Lord. And then the other of which is the Tomb Blades. And you can target the Immortals in the bushes.
He is indeed. So I reckon I'm going to put my battle cannon. I'm going to put, for the time being, everything into the Immortals.
Oh la la. Okay, yeah, you want to deny me some points?
That's the hope. Let's get those.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Get you off that objective. So, battle cannons, first of all, is heavy 2d6. with those battle cannon shots. 2 wounds. 2 rolls to wound. It's only 1 wound. And yeah, if you kindly roll for that, please. So it's -2 for a battle cannon, I believe, for the heavy.
So you need a 5 or more, because I think I'm on a 3+ with Immortals.
I believe you are, that's right. Yeah.
It's a 5.
Unbelievable. A heavy battle cannon does nothing.
It is painted very well, though.
Thank you.
Rocket pod next. See how effective that is.
About as effective as the battle cannon, most likely. Heavy D6. Excellent.
Excrement.
4+ to hit. Hits 4+ to wound. It doesn't wound. Excellent. This is going well. It was well worth the amount of points I spent bringing this thing along. It is a 4+ to hit with its heavy stubber. Just the 1 little hit. 5+ to wound because there's toughness 5, aren't they? And so he has done absolutely nothing this turn.
Someone's going to have a word with him.
Do you think someone would? Have a word, son.
On which note, do you remember when your power-fisted knight, or something, or my power-fisted
Your
knight,
power-fisted knight
threw your repulsor through the wall and killed a load of your Primaris?
not through the wall, up over about 12 inches of a ruin and landed it on the unit beside
Go back and watch our very, very, very first battle report ever.
Those are
dark days, but the mood was set then.
So I think that is everything.
That's
my lot.
Charge phase? Nothing's in range to charge.
Nothing's going to be doing any charging this turn. There's no morale test for you because everything's going to minus.
Everything that was shot has died.
I think that's it. I think
so. You score another 3 victory points.
I score another 3 victory points.
Putting you on 6-3 into Necrons turn 2. In the command phase, living metal. I think the Scorpic Lord gets a life back because he's got living metal ability.
He does.
So he'll go up to 6 wounds.
So does the Reanimator.
The Reanimator is an absolute turkey. He wasn't in range. Who gives it a 6-inch range to buff stuff? So basically, long story short, I've used the Veil and I've just moved those guys over here to try and hose down these guys here. I brought my Doom Scythe on. He's hopefully going to get some shooting off against the Knight. But that's really, other than the Doomstalker, my only cool cannon. Doomstalker stayed still. These guys are staying still on the objective in the trees, waiting for the impending turkeys to turn up. We'll see what happens there. And the Lord is just going to front it out. He's going to charge in and get stuck in. So let's see what happens. I'll say at this point I am in Protocol of the Hungry Void, so we're hoping for some combat. But I might shoot everything off the board instead. Doom Scythe against the Knight. I'm going to declare everything because I've learned the hard way. So it's already down only 3 wounds. Down to 21. So we've got a lot of work to do. But the Death Ray coming in first.
3+ to hit.
3 on a... Oh no.
Solid shoot. Now we're back to the bill I know.
I'm going to command point reroll 1 of them. So I've got 2 have gone through. I'm going to play another command point for a Techno Oracular Targeting, making that one automatically wound. 3+ the wound required.
It wounds.
So that's two wounds have gone through.
So 2 5+ invulnerable saves for me. 1 saved. 1 goes through, and it is D3 + 3.
Only the 4.
So 4 wounds, and I've got to do my House Tyrannus thing, so on 6s I don't take the wound. No, so 4 wounds taken, so that puts me down to 17 wounds.
Tested Destructors, looking for 3s to hit.
Yep.
6s cause 2 additional hits. There was 4 6s in that lot, so looking to wound the Knight on
5s.
3 have gone through. No AP.
3+ armor save.
On the Knight.
1 goes through, and do I save to get back the wound? No, on a 6 I wouldn't. So it's down to 16 wounds.
Oh dear. Next up to fire will be the Gauze Reapers. Now I've already rolled to hit, causing 30 hits.
Not bad.
Now they are strength 5 against toughness 3.
My Warlord trait means I've given them the ability not to be wounded anything less than a 4, so it's 4 pluses to wound.
So Transhuman is kicking in effectively for the ADMECH Scutari.
Yeah.
So off we go. So AP -2. There's no cool tricks that you can think of at the time.
However, they're 1 damage weapons, aren't they, Reapers? Yes. And so I get +1 to my armour for that, and I get +1 because I've got the Bulwark Imperative in, so I've actually negated to the -4+ armour saves. But that's still a lot of Scutari who might be dead by the end, baby. Henry! Dead Scutari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dead Scutari.
Nice. The Scorpic Lord, for no reason being in the army, is now going to shoot his awesome gun. Assault 2d3 for hitting on 2s, I think, is it?
2s.
2 hits.
strength 6, but it's still only 4 pluses to wound because of their...
No, snake eyes.
Oh, well done, Scorpion
Useless, useless. Okay, into the fight phase. My warriors and the Scorpion Lord have managed to charge into the Skitarii and my Overlord over here. The Tech Priest Dominus has heroically intervened and got involved.
Because he's got to.
Yeah, why not?
And he's my champion, so
and there's nothing else that could fight. Now, we are in a Protocol of the Hungry Void, and I'm Novox, so I can use both of the benefits. So we're going. There's 9 warriors eligible to fight. Hitting on 3s.
Yes, indeed.
Because you've got the transhuman ability, haven't you?
Only 4 pluses to wound.
No, not great. It's only the 3.
And you know what? They're going to be 4 plus save, but they've got the add 2 with those 2 abilities. Actually, how many saves? Just
3 saves.
I think it'll be 2 plus saves. Because you added 1 to your strength characteristic, but that doesn't help you because you're still on 4 plus to wound.
Yeah, that's right.
And on an unmodified, did you roll any 6s to wound?
There.
So on that basis, that was improved by 1. So one of these will be a 3 plus save, not a 2 plus. It saves, and then 2 of them are 2 plus. They survive.
Okay, now the Scorpion Lord, unless you want to pay CP to intervene.
No, let's just do this thing.
Fire up the Scorpion Lord for me, will you?
Who's a champion, so what does he get extra?
He is the champion. He is the champion. So we're looking at his toughness is his strength is increased by 1.
Yep.
Again, it's not going to make any difference because of the transhuman.
But his attacks go up by 2 as well.
But his attacks go up by 2.
That gives him 6 attacks. Now is he using his flensing claw or his great big chopper blade?
Oh, what do you reckon is best against Skitarii?
Oh yeah, I'd say the flensing claw because you make 2 hit rolls instead of 1 for each flensing claw attacks. That would put you up to 12 attacks. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because he's a destroyer.
Re-rolling the 1 to hit. So that is all hits.
Nice. Still 4 pluses to wound. And then it's only -1 around while I've still got this Bulwark imperative in. 3 plus 7, didn't I? So 2 are dead.
Oh, only 2.
Only 2.
So disappointing. Okay. Nick has spent the command points to intervene with his Tech Priest Dominus.
Indeed.
And now he's going to be, because he's his champion, a super mega buffed one.
He's aiming all his attacks at the Lord, so he's got 5 attacks because he's the champion. He's only supposed to have 3 little measly attacks usually. So he is only 3 pluses to hit because Dominus is not exactly great in combat. That's 4 hits.
Wow.
And his strength is strength 4, but with his Omnicine axe it's +2, and in fact another strength because it's strength 7, so it'll be 3 pluses to wound your Lord, I believe.
3 to wound.
That's good. 3 wounds.
I've got an invuln save.
You do, so it'll be your
4 pluses. 2 have gone through.
That means, and it's 2 wounds per thing, so he's taken 4 wounds, I believe.
Overlord attacking back.
Having taken 4 wounds.
Yeah, 2 pluses to hit, all have gone through. And with a War Scythe, strength. Has he got his own transhuman ability?
He does not, no. So that's strength 7, it's 3 pluses to wound.
3 wounds.
Very nice. So his wounds increased by 2 as well, so he's up to 7 wounds, and he's got a 2+ armor save. The War Scythe was -4. Well, I'm going to be relying on my invulnerable save in which case. 3 5+ saves.
3 5 pluses for the... Oh,
That's
no
what I'm talking about.
way.
Just 1 gets through, and the War Scythe was 2 wound damage, so he's down to 5 wounds.
No, that's terrible.
So your guy's on 1, mine's on 5.
Yeah, sounds about right. The Skitarii did attack back, killing 2 warriors.
I have a horrible morale phase I have to potentially
Yes,
take.
you do.
I used their broad spectrum data tether thing on them earlier. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that on camera. So I gave them 1+ their leadership, but even then, they're only Vanguard. Their leadership is 7, so up to 8, and they lost 12 models.
Nick's playing insane bravery to keep the Skitarii in the fight. I score 3 points there, putting me up to 6. 6 all.
6 all.
Going into ADMECH turn 3.
So far, at the start of this battle round, my Canticle is going to be the one which is the Electromon. So basically, anyone who's in combat with my Tech Priest will be -1 to hit him. That's about the only thing that's of importance. And the imperative I'm using is the ballistic skill one. So it'll be -1 to. Do you know what? I'm going to try and get my guys into cover, so that does not make any good sense for me to do that. So I think I might actually hold off on my imperatives. There's not much point using that imperative this turn, so ignore my last. There are no imperatives being used actually. So my Warlord trait has been once again from my Warlord has been put onto my Skitarii warriors down here. He stayed in combat. The Skitarii themselves, the other warlord trait was held by the Alpha, who allows his team to back off and still be able to shoot as normal. So they're going to be able to shoot back into the Necrons who've been so harassing them. The Tech Priest over here has fixed the Cataphron, who nearly blew himself up because of my bad judgment. And the broad spectrum data tethers. Basically, I'm going to put the broad spectrum stuff. I'll work out who's going to get the extra leadership bonuses in a moment. But everyone's kind of been moved around a little bit. This Onager has been punched out a little bit further. The Knights have now turned up. I can now notice that there is one of the little, what do they call, the Immortals sticking out nicely from the side here. So that's 9 inches from him. So I'm going to go for that charge in a minute as best I can. And that's about it.
I lost 6 warriors from the shooting of the combined efforts of the Skitarii there with their various weaponry. And I made 1 reanimation, so 6 died in total.
Which is always nice.
Yeah.
My Warlord, my Dominus is going to fire his Macro Stubber into combat with your guy. It's 5 shots, 2 pluses to hit. I don't think he gets to re-roll ones of his own. It's just core units, so it's 4 hits, strength 4, toughness
4, I think, of an Overlord.
I think it's a 4. It's a 5. It's a 5.
Oh la la!
It's a 5 to wound, just the 1 wound. So 1. I'm assuming 3 plus save, please. It's
safe.
A save. It's a save. So that's at least some things killed off there, and my guys are out of combat. So your Necron boys are allowed to be shot by me now, which is quite nice.
Glorious.
Happy days. So the next thing we're going to shoot is the Rangers up here. Going to fire 4 guys into the normal Necrons and the Transuranic Arquebus into your Overlord. So
the Overlord's in combat. Can he fire into combat?
Sorry, he's in combat.
Okay.
Of course, no, the other guys aren't, but he is.
So you're just going to fill your boots with the warriors?
He'll fire at the Scorpec Lord, actually, because you can see him over the top and he's allowed to ignore the lookout servant.
Ah, la la.
3 plus to hit him. It's a hit. Strength 7, and your toughness is 7 now. I think because it's your
That's
champion.
Right, he's my champion.
He's a champion, so I think it's 4 plus to wound. Oh, it's a wound.
Oh.
And it'll be. I think he's got 4 plus invulnerable, didn't he? I think we decided.
Yeah, it's just the 1, was it?
Just the 1. Oh, it's
2.
through.
It's gone through.
I didn't roll a 6 to wound, which unfortunately because it's a mortal wound, but it's D3 wound.
The Coronation Street omnibus has penetrated his armour.
Oh, it's a solid 3 wounds, so he's down, that means he's down to 3. Nice.
So the rest of the Skitarii over here and under here fired into the warriors, taking off another 4 who failed their reanimation. Now we're moving on to the Dune Crawler.
Yes, indeed, the Dune Crawler, which, true to form, I mean, it's got to fire at the great big flying croissant,
it's what it's designed for, isn't it?
It's literally made to fire at the croissant. Despite it being -1 to hit from the modifier from the Doom croissant over there, it's got +1 to hit thanks to the little engine seer, and it's +1 to hit because it's an aircraft. So it's still going to be 2 plus to hit. So 2 plus to hit.
Engine seer that could. Let's see what he does.
It's missile launcher, heavy 1, 3 plus. Come on! Every turn that the best part has missed. Heavy 5 with the Gatling rocket launcher, 2 pluses to hit, 4 hits, strength 6, toughness 6, so 4s to wound. That's not bad, 3 wounds, and it's -2 each time, and it's 3 plus saves, so 3 5 plus saves, please. You've made 2 of them.
Yeah,
only
one's
1
gone
wound.
through, 1 wound down.
Down to 11 wounds, and then the auto cannon of destiny, 2 pluses to hit. 1 hit rather, 3 plus to wound, 1 wound, -1, 4 plus save. You've got it.
Nailed it.
1 wound. This is an anti-aircraft tank and it's done nothing.
Are you livid?
Livid.
Neutron laser coming in at the Doom side, the croissant.
So it's a 2 plus to hit, but it's -1 because it's a supersonic aircraft. So it's D3 shots.
Solid 1. Rolling strong, bruv.
I know.
Keep the faith.
This isn't great.
1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 and all that nonsense. No.
I really need that thing gone, but I don't want to. I'm going to spend a command point because I think the heavy razor could be very important. Go and do it. Come on. Henry has deserted me.
Henry and Patrick.
Henry! Patrick!
Patrick.
3 plus to hit. It's a hit. It's strength 12, I believe, so it's strength 12, so it's 2 plus to wound.
Yeah.
It's a wound. And could you do your best? It's -2 To neutral, there's a -4, so you don't get an arm save.
save.
Just D3 plus 3 wounds. That's why I wanted to actually. Of course it is. So it's 4 wounds. So it's taken 5 wounds. So it's down to 7 wounds.
Okay.
Which leaves it just on the cusp of being raspberry. Yeah, Cognis las cannon, the twin one, has managed to put both its shots and get them on target into the Quasar.
So we've had 2 hits. Do they penetrate?
Oh, stop it. 3 pluses to wound. Oh, just the one. Just the one. And it's a -3, so that gives you a 6 plus save.
Coming right up.
It's not.
It's not a 6
plus.
plus.
And it is a D3 plus 3 again. Oh, it's a strong 6 wounds. And it had...
Put me down to 1 or 2, isn't it?
Yes,
it had
I believe
7,
so. Yes, it had 7 wounds left, so that puts you down to 1 wound. 1 wound!
Troubling times in the Warzone.
Be the Cataphrons. They're
Looking
not
to
great.
They're not remaining wound.
They're not supercharging, they just, because I've made that mistake before.
Yeah.
It's 2d6 number of shots.
Oh lord. Oh lord indeed.
And -1 to hit because it's a 5 plus to hit. Oh, 2 hits.
Oh.
2 hits. 3 pluses to wound. This is exciting. 2 wounds. They might actually pull it out of the bag.
What's the AP?
It's -3 for plasma culver, I think. So it's, you need at least you need 2 6s. Oh, they got it! The freaking Cataphrons actually did something. It's a miracle.
Crash and burn.
Will it blow up for me? Come on, blow up. It's a
Which one
4.
was it?
It's a 4.
All right, never mind.
And their phosphor blasters, meanwhile, are firing just into the boys over there because they're just in range, I believe.
Yeah, you had declared that prior.
Yes, I did. 2 4 pluses to hit for the normal guys. 1 hits, strength 5, so 1 3 plus to wound. It wounds. It's -1, so it's 5 plus armor save.
No.
But it's then your reanimation. No.
No. Pew.
The knight, unfortunately, I mean, the knight's not getting the chance to do an awful lot here. Basically, I don't want you to take away the one model I want to try and charge over here in a minute. So, I'm going to have to expend my shots trying to get rid of the last of your Necron warriors over here so no one more can reanimate if possible. So I'm just going to put everything into the warriors to get rid of them. So it is 2d6 battle cannon shots. That's a strong 7. It's still 3 pluses to hit. This knight is not justifying its point cost. Strength 8, so it's 2s to wound.
Because tonight is the night where to become one. Couldn't make it up.
How can we do it?
Couldn't make it up.
Amazing. If I wasn't so angry, it'd be even better.
Like I never loved before.
Don't sing the next line.
No.
It's 1 armor save of 6 plus, please. If you make this, I'm going to cry.
1 6 plus. Easy. No, it's 5.
And not reanimation yet, so 1 dead.
Okay.
So the heavy stubber, that is absolutely shocking. He has just not done what I needed him to this turn. 3 plus to hit with the heavy stubber. Excellent. 1 hit. 4 plus to wound. Excellent. This knight has killed about 10 points worth of models.
Absolute point sink.
Absolutely.
For your army, that was big.
I hoped he was going to make me really proud of him, but he's really not.
No.
And D6 shots from the Ironstorm rocket pod.
Yeah.
Yep. That's about
nailed it with a 1.
3 plus to hit. Right.
Oh,
this is
what a raspberry!
This model. If it wasn't the rest of the army keeping up the work, I think that they're going to have to ditch him from the Mechanicus after this. He's useless.
Yeah.
Right.
So going to reconstitute into paste.
I think that's the last of my shooting. For
Time to get some charges done. Over here, the robot chickens are charging. I paid for Overwatch. I fired it, hit it with a load, but none of them got through the armour.
I'm afraid not. So. This is a 9-inch charge. I need to make this. I really, really want
this
the die.
This will be game if it's...
Well, it would definitely help a lot. You've got a lot over the Scarabs might still defeat me, but... That's what you want to see.
Curses.
In come the Sidonian Dragoons. Come on, chicken boys. Ha 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 ha. Keep them on the board. There we go. They have got 8 attacks between them with their taser lancers. I'm paying a CP for chain taser protocol, something like that. Basically, it means that instead of on a 6s they get 2 extra hits, on 5 plus they get 2 extra hits with that 8 attacks. So it is 3 pluses to hit, looking for 5s and 6s.
I'm in trouble.
Here's to hoping. That's what I want to see. So 3, because a lot of misses there. But fortunately, that's made up for by the fact that I get 6 extra attacks on the base of that, so it'll be 10 hits in total.
Wow. So looking for 5s to wound?
3 plus
3s to wound, sorry.
Nice try. 3s to wound.
Looking for 7s to wound.
That is 7 wounds through, and they are at -2 and 2 damage each. So they are. So you've got
-2. So we're looking for 5s.
Well, not bad. You've got 3 saves there and 4 dead. So that's 4 reanimation protocols for you to take.
So over here, I lost 4, but 1 came back with reanimation. So I've peeled them away from this side, creating a bit of distance, and I think I'm going to score on the OBSEC on my objective for 1 more turn at least. The Overlord is attacking first. 5 attacks hitting on
3s because it's -1 to hit because of my electro thingy cancel.
Okay, so I've got 3 hits.
And he's gone up by 1 toughness. So, but the War Scythe was excellent, wasn't it? War Scythe was +2 strength, so it's strength 7, so it'll still be 3s to wound.
Well, there's 3 solid 5s there.
5+ saves now. None. And that would leave him. Ooh.
What's the damage on the War Scythe?
It's 2 damage apiece.
So
and
6. That would kill him. Are you going to CP it to keep him alive?
Yes, I am. I want to believe.
What does it have to be?
It has to be a 5.
It's a risky manoeuvre.
It is, but I love my Warlord. No!
1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 Turn 3 for the Necrons. Living Metal goes up 1 life on the Scorpec Lord. I've moved the Overlord over there to try and get some attacks in with his War Scythe against the Knight. He's
also gone up 1 life as well, back up.
That's right, yeah, he's on 2 wounds with Living Metal. The Warriors are pushed across here to try and get some of that AP goodness in on the Knight. And the Scorpec Lord is just going to munch the Skitarii. I realise I should have probably targeted one of the units that was holding these objectives prior to my Doom Scythe blowing up, because that would have denied him a point over here. So my last little gambit is that these guys, the Tomb Blades, can kill this little squad of 5 in there on that objective. That might deny 1 point, but we'll see how it goes. Over on this side, my Scarabs are in full retreat, holding that objective. They're quite vulnerable. They're still there, and I'm still holding this objective here. So it's going to be a case of trying my best to blow up these guys first. And that's what I'm going to do. Doomstalker shooting at the turkeys.
With everything, including its Gauss flares, I assume.
Yeah, everything. 4+ to hit. Sorry, D6 shots.
D6 shots.
Oh god.
That's what I want to see.
I want to re-roll that with my newly gained CP. Oh, it's 1. It's a 1. Can you believe it?
That's some Morloc rolling.
Yeah, to hit.
It's a 4+
4s to hit. Yeah, hits.
Nice.
I'm going to pay Techno-Oracular Targeting for 1 CP.
Ooh.
I think that's me tapped out now, isn't it?
That's you down to 1.
Oh, okay.
One single point because you got 1 back. So
yeah.
That's
so auto wounds.
And it's -5.
There's 6+ invuln coming up for the turkey.
Come on, Henry. No.
No.
How many? And it's D6 wounds, and the Sidonian Dragoon has. Oh, he has 6 wounds. So
okay, so looking for a 6. It's a 5.
Oh, he's down to 1.
Okay.
And you've got 2 Gauss flares still.
Gauss flares, 2 4+ to hit, 1 hit.
5s to wound.
Doesn't wound. 8 shots with the Immortals, hitting on
3s for the Immortals, I think.
The 3s. That's a terrible roll for me. Wound. Nothing. Troubling times. What about the reanimator?
Go on the reanimator.
Come on.
Atomizer beam assault 3. It's 4+ to hit.
Well, it's hit with all 3.
Uh-oh.
Of course it is. It's always the rubbish ones, isn't it?
You wait, it's going to kill it now.
Wounding on.
It's 4s to wound.
1 wound.
-2. It's a damage 1 weapon,
Yeah,
which means
right.
I add 1 to my armor save. So it's a -2 weapon, and they have got a 3+ save, so it's a 4+ save eventually by the time we've done that.
Okay.
This will kill it if it goes through. Oh, it saves it. It saves it. The reanimator does nothing.
No, curses.
Nothing.
1,000 deaths upon you. The Warriors are going to be shooting at the Knight. I'm going to play a stratagem, in fact. So I'm going to play Disintegration Capacitors to try and do as much damage to this Knight as possible now. So I've got a lot of shots, and 6s automatically wound. Hitting on 3s. Loads of 6s there. To wound the Knight, straight 5s.
5s to wound.
So nothing extra there.
So
it's just the automatic wounding ones, which are 6. AP -2.
which puts me just on my normal 5+ save. So 5 saves. That's awful. And then 5 wounds go through, and their 6s will. I don't take the wounds. Save that one. So 4 wounds go through.
Some important shooting coming up. I'm going to shoot the Tomb Blades into the squad of Skitarii Rangers on that objective in the base, hitting on 3s.
Tomb Blades are hitting
oh, no,
on.
You'll get a cover save.
I get a cover save, yes.
Hitting on 3s. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. 3 pluses to wound.
Oh, it's not enough.
Not enough. Not enough. And it's 3 armor saves from me. They are -2, however, I'm in light cover, and they're damage 1 weapon, so I basically go back to my normal armor save, which is 4+. So 4+ armor save.
Oh dear.
Well, that's not very good.
Scorpic Lord is going to attack the Skitarii with his gun. 2d3 shots for 3. To hit 2s.
2s, re-rolling 1s, that's
All
nice.
hit.
Strength 6, so oh no, always 4 pluses to wound.
Okay, 2 have gone through.
2 have gone through. It's only -1, I believe. So it's and then it's damage 1 weapon, so their armor save goes up by 1. So it's a 3+ armor save. It's 2 saves. Not that it'll do much good in the fight phase in a minute.
I was hoping to clear a path so I could go and chomp the knight up, but oh well. Now I'm going to try and make the charge with the Tomb Blades through the archway there at the Coronation Street omnibus carrying guy. Looking for a 9 or a 10. Well, it's a 9. With Novok would be a 10.
I think you've made it.
Can you move them through the door, my old son?
For you? Of course I can. We didn't usually let them fly through buildings, but these guys seem to be able to actually get through the door.
Yeah,
so
whizzing through.
Whizzy.
Okay, my attacking with the Tomb Blades.
However, for my very last CP I've got at the moment, I'm going to play Electro-Shocked, which means that any unit I'm in contact with, they have to fight last in this battle round.
Oh, okay.
Before everything else fights, and this guy's got an arc maul, so I'm just hoping maybe he might hurt one of them enough that they don't instantly both get murdered. So for the alpha, it's 2 attacks at 4 pluses to hit. Of course he is. 4 pluses to hit with his arc maul. 1 hit. Arc maul is +3 to his strength. Oh.
Nice.
So strength 6, and your Tomb Blade's only toughness 5, so 3 to wound.
Doesn't do it.
And the last guy is just 1 hit, 4+ to hit. No. So that was useless.
Okay, and the Tomb Blades to hit to.
They only got 1 attack each. And they are 3+ to hit.
2 hits.
This is bad. This is very bad.
To wound.
Is strength 4 to toughness 3. 3's to wound.
1's gone through.
1.
Yeah.
And it's normal 3 ALB. You won't get cover save in there, but he will get there against damage 1. So 3+ armor save. He dies, but that still leaves 1 person who is a troop choice.
Yeah. No, you. That's such a shame for me.
That's really important. That keeps that.
Overlord going in at night with his war scythe. 2s. A couple of snake eyes in there. 5 to wound the knight.
1 wound.
1's gone through.
And it's -4, so it's just my 1 5+ invulnerable save. That's what I want to see.
Ah, curses. Okay, the Scorpic Lord. Scorpic Lord now, as the champion with 6 attacks, hitting on 2s.
I'm sorry, using his Flensing Claw?
So yeah, I'm using the claw.
Then
yeah,
in which case another 6 attacks on top of that,
Oh,
because it's 2
hell.
attacks. So
well, they all hit, so the first 6
hits.
hit. And then
re-rolling 1,
re-rolling
the
one. Nice.
Things aren't looking good if I'm brutally honest.
12 hits.
Still 4+ to wound, because that transhuman thing's still working with the. I don't know why I call it transhuman, but
Yeah, we all know what's meant
Luminescent
by it.
Blessing.
So that is
I think you may have just rolled one of those
2,
over. But
4, 6. What, maybe 7?
yeah, I think it was 7.
Okay, 7 wounds have gone through.
And it's -1 only. So they were 4+, and it's damage 1 weapon, so it's a 3+ on, but it's back to -1. Because it basically is 4+. 4, 5, 6.
4 pluses.
4 pluses. 1, 2, 3 are dead.
Okay, and then the rest of the warriors will chip in. So the warriors only managed to take off 1 more guy there, so that's a bit disappointing all round. That's the rest of the combat.
Leadership, however...
the knight's got to attack back.
It's knight's got. That's very true. Let's do the knights quickly. He's going to attack back, and he won't bother attacking with his massive claw. He's just going to a massive fist, rather.
You're going to stomp.
Much he'd love to give you a great big fist. He's instead
Who
going
doesn't
to go...
love a massive fist?
Everyone loves a massive fist. 4 attacks, except it's ×3 with his great big feet, isn't it, I think? Now he's a little bit raspberried, unfortunately, so it's only 4 pluses to hit.
You've done all right there.
He's done all right. He's done, although those 3s have done me up a little bit. Those are, however, at strength 8, so that's going to be 3 pluses to wound. And that's 4 wounds go through, and you've got, it's -2, so you need... I'm afraid.
One. I think he's raspberry. He's dead. Stomped into
Stepped
the ground.
on.
So ya.
Leadership test for my Skitari.
Oh, yeah.
They've taken 4 people have gone down. They are going to be, I think they're leadership 7 with the alpha. God, 1 to 3, they should be all right. 4, 5, or 6, we're in trouble. We're okay.
Sweet action.
They're not leaving.
Okay, so at the end of my turn, I score 3 points.
3 points. This is looking quite consistent.
It's a stalemate, so the bottom line is it comes down to what's going to happen over here, doesn't it?
Basically.
Yeah.
That's
so
that's going to be the deciding factor at this stage.
we'll cover this bit, and that will decide who wins.
Oh.
We're into ADMECH turn 4.
We are indeed.
We're just carrying on because we're running out of time, and we want to get some. This is the deciding factor over here.
That's going to decide whether
it's a
who
stalemate
wins or
for
not.
our objectives. I can no longer get over there because my good stuff is dead. So it's about whether Nick can clear off the 4 remaining Immortals and the Reanimator from this objective, denying me my turn 4 point, and thus winning the game. Now, the missiles missed, didn't they?
The missile launcher, which has missed every turn or failed every turn, missed again.
Okay, so...
The Gatling rocket launcher fires 2 pluses to hit with his additional help. 4 hits. It is strength 6 against the Reanimator. 5, no, it's
yeah,
that
it's
bad.
an absolute turkey.
3 pluses to wound. Just 2 wounds go through, -2, and it only had a 3+ arm save. So 2, 5. Oh, you saved it!
Saved it!
Ridiculous. It is the autocannon, 2 pluses to hit. 3 hits, it's strength 7, 3s to wound. This is deciding. It's -1, so you've got 2 4+ saves. You need to make both.
No.
So it's down to 1 wound again. Yet again, the Reanimator goes down to 1 wound. It has lived when it should absolutely not have lived.
For its metal is alive.
Battle cannon and the rocket pod. I reckon I've got 1 command point back. I'm going to be able to do the chain taser protocols again. So I think I can finish the warriors off with just the turkey. Put the battle cannon into the Immortals.
Okay.
They need to die.
Yeah.
And the other 2 things will put into the Reanimator. So the battle cannon's 2d6 shots. Only 4 shots this night.
Your night has been an absolute jumbo.
It's horrendous. And it's only going to be, because they're obscured and it's already slightly raspberry, only 5 pluses to hit. 2 hits out of all that. It is 3 pluses to wound, 2 wounds, and it's -2 apiece, so it's going to be 2 5+
1 dies.
1 it's D3, oh no, that's right, they're only 1 wound apiece,
Yeah.
so 1's definitely dead. And then the missile launcher, no, the heavy stubber I was going to fire them, wasn't it? And the missile launcher was going to fire.
That sums
The
it up.
Reanimator
You can
has
stay
made
down.
its decision.
Stay down.
Down, doggy. The heavy stubber was also at the Immortals. 2 hits, only 2 hits, 5s to wound, 1 wound, and with no modifier, so 3+ armor save, I believe.
No,
Another one
goes.
dead. Another one dead. So that's 2 reanimation things for you to make quickly, please. Neither.
No.
There's
1 Immortal left holding the objective.
the Reanimator, D6 missiles towards it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 4+ to hit.
That's strength 5 coming in hot.
4+ to wound. 1 wound.
1's all you need, bro.
It's -1, so you've got a. Oh, you got 4+ save again. Finally! Does it blow up? It doesn't matter.
I don't even care.
Blow up. It blows
Yeah,
up!
hooray! Does that kill the last?
Honestly, and each unit within 3 inches suffers a one mortal wound.
Within 3 inches.
Is enough one in within its base? Is there either of the?
There's 1 guy there, but I think he's outside of the 3-inch blast.
Ah, there's only 1 immortal left.
There's only 1 Immortal left, and he's just narrowly avoided being blown up by his own dude. Here we go. It comes down to the turkeys. Are we in the charge phase?
We're in the. We know what's happening in the shoot.
Yeah,
here,
don't
but
worry
it's gonna
about
be
all
a
the rest
battle
of that.
attrition.
Let's just
charge.
bottom this out.
I want to see what happens. They're definitely in the charge. Playing my last CP again to chain taser protocol. So 3 pluses to hit, 5 or 6s explode. This is looking good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So it's 3 hits. normally, and 3 where there's 2 extra each, so it's an extra 6 attack, 3 pluses to wound. I'm not going to lie, things aren't looking good for the last Immortal.
No, I think he's a goner.
And it's -2 on each of those, so it's all right. All you got to do is roll that many 5 or 6s.
I gave a good account of myself, but he is gone.
He's gone.
He's dead, and the objective is yours.
That's
so
gonna,
at the end of your turn, you would score
the extra
1,
2 points.
2, 3,
4, 5.
4, 5 to my. I would score. Yeah, that's the game.
This has just been a horrible battle of attrition. We both had sides that did not want to be removed from the board, and neither one was super fast or super
An immovable object went up against an unstoppable force. Nick, you're the victor. Say thank you to Patrick, thank you to Henry.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Henry. Oh, Henry.
Thank you very much. Wonderful game. Really enjoyed that. Brutal. We've got a bit of a wiggle on it towards the end, but we've made it. We've made it to a natural conclusion.
And we're not wearing masks.
And we're not wearing masks.
Very exciting.
Your beard is looking fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. Your moustache.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to check out Triple Helix War Games for all your discounts and Games Workshop needs. Support us on Patreon. Subscribe, like, comment.
And we'll be back soon.
Mug us off and we'll be back for another game very shortly. Cheers, Nick.
Goodbye.